La, what are you doing? The bride, Manahil, standing inside the bedroom, looked nervously at Shahryar Khan, who was staring at her with bloodshot eyes, this tiny girl who was 14 years younger than him. Lala, after expressing your wish to marry me, you still dare to call me Lala? He growled angrily, making her shrink into herself with fear. Get up from here, I'll show you right now what a husband really is. You wanted to be my wife so badly, didn't you? Wanted to roam around with me everywhere. They had grown up under the same roof in Toronto, and he had always seen her as a younger sister. But this girl, and no, you can't do this to me, Shahryar. She panicked as he dragged her into the dressing room and locked the door. In the next moment, he reached her with a single stride, bringing his face dangerously close to hers. If you go through with this marriage, it won't end well for you. This sentence kept echoing in Manahil's ears. The night was deep, even the stars above seemed unusually restless. Despite the sounds of celebration echoing through the Canadian mansion, a cold tension hung in the air. The tension between Shahryar Khan and Manahil. When the Qazi asked, "Child, do you accept marriage with Shahryar Khan, son of Muzaffar Khan? Is there any pressure on you?" Manahil lifted her head for a moment. Her tear-filled eyes met Shahryar's, his face hard with fury, his jaw clenched, his stare burning with rage. His eyes screamed, "If you say yes, you will see the worst of me." But Manahil's love, her lifelong obsession, drowned all logic. She knew if she stepped back today, Shahryar would slip away forever. Taking a deep breath, she steadied her voice and said, I accept this marriage." The hall erupted with congratulations. But Shahryar's world froze. His face turned even harder. His hand tightened around the glass before him as if he would crush it. He could not believe she had turned her childish feelings into reality. He had agreed to marry his mother's chosen girl, thinking it would be someone unknown. Only a day before the nikah did he learn the truth, that it was Manahil. He had gone to warn her. If you go ahead with this marriage, it won't end well for you. She had nodded in fear then. But her heart wanted him, always had. She refused to back off today. Baba Yan, since the nikah is done, please arrange the rukhsati tonight as well. Everyone smiled at her words. Except Manahil, her soul trembled. Rukhsati was supposed to happen after her studies, but Shahryar demanded it immediately. She was taken to his bedroom, her hands cold with fear, her whole body trembling. 15 minutes passed before Shahryar entered the room. Manahil felt fear crawl up her spine as he walked toward her. He leaned down, brushing his fingers against her cheek. Lala, what are you doing? She whispered in panic. Shahryar let out a cold, sharp laugh, one that filled the whole room like venom. Lala, after marriage you still call me that? I've always seen you as a sister, he hissed. But because of your childish stubbornness, I'm stuck in this farce. Get up, I'll show you what a husband is. You wanted to be my wife everywhere, didn't you? And no, Shahryar, you can't do this. He shut the dressing room door behind them and stepped close. Now I'll do everything a husband does with his wife. You accepted this bond, now you will fulfill it. His eyes bore into her trembling ones, where tears were ready to fall. He suddenly snatched her dupatta pin, pulling the cloth sharply. She stumbled and fell against his chest. Shahryar froze. I wish I were so blinded by anger that I actually did what I brought you here for. He pushed her away and left the room. Manahil sank to the floor, crying uncontrollably. She was barely 18, he was 36, fully mature, never wanting to marry at all. He had agreed only because his mother insisted, not knowing the bride would be Manahil. He showered and came out, hearing her sobs from the dressing room. Any other girl, he would have ignored. But this was Manahil. He had watched her grow from birth. He could not ignore her. He walked back inside. Manahil panicked and stepped back, shaking her head. He held her arm and made her stand. Change your clothes. His tone was cold. She would have cried there all night otherwise. He handed her a comfortable outfit. She hurried into the washroom and came out after nearly an hour. Shahryar lay with his arm over his forehead. She stood nervously, rubbing her hands. Have you finished measuring the room? Come lie down on the bed. How can I lie on the bed? She whispered. He frowned at her. You accepted the marriage. You walked into this room. Don't act like innocent little Manahil now. Come lie down, or I'll lift you and put you there myself. She immediately lay down. He almost smiled, then forced himself not to. The next morning she came downstairs. Everyone welcomed her. Munawar and Samir teased her, calling her Bobby. Shahryar sat reading the newspaper, watching her blush. Walima is tomorrow, her aunt announced. And Shahryar, you're on a 1-week leave. No excuses. Honeymoon too, send them there, Munawar joked. So Bobby, where do you want to go? Calgary, Victoria, Niagara Falls. Samir laughed. Maldives, isn't that the only honeymoon place? She blurted innocently. Everyone burst into laughter. Except Shahryar, whose glare could cut steel. Back in the room, Shahryar grabbed her wrist. What were you saying downstairs? What did I say? She asked innocently. Honeymoon, Maldives. You're that eager for my closeness,